Hello, and happy Wednesday, Vinyasa Day. I hope that you had a great day and that we can get your energy up and get that optimism and healing power pumping through our bodies. We're going to start in a seated position, closing the eyes, taking a deep breath in, and sigh it all out. Another deep breath in and sigh. One more time, all the way to the top. And sigh it all out. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Press the heart forward and up. Reach that crown closer to the sky. Just breathe in and out through the nose. Connecting with your space, connecting with your breath, connecting with your true inner self. Just letting everything else go. Inhaling deeply and exhaling completely. With each exhale, letting go of the day. Letting go of expectations. Just bringing yourself to the here and the now. To the space that you're occupying in your mind and your body and your spirit. Ground down through the sits bones, maybe sitting up a little bit taller. Just breathing in and breathing out. A few more breaths this way. Let's take a deep inhale together. And sigh it out. And then bringing those hands to Anjali Mudra, pressing them at the heart center. Choosing an intention. Choosing something positive, something that serves you right here and right now. Once you have that intention, whether it's to be present, whether it's to be strong, whether it's to show gratitude, whatever it might be, let's bring those thumbs to that third eye. Planting that thought there, hinging forward, bringing the fingers and the elbows down to the earth. And then exhaling, rolling it up and releasing it all up into the universe. Press that heart forward. Bringing the hands down to the knees, roll back away. Inhale, raise it up. Raise those hands up, palms connect. Press the heart toward the sky, hands back onto the knees, roll it back. Inhale, lift it up. And exhale back to the knees and roll the back away. Now leaving the hands on the knees, press that heart forward with an inhale. And exhale, rounding the back. Inhale, forward. And rounding that back. 2 more times this way. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. And exhale, sitting up tall, rolling the shoulders. Up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. 1 more time. Up, forward, and down. 2 more times. And reaching those hands up. Inhale, palms connect. Weave the fingers, press the palms away. Wiggle those arms behind the ears, stretching tall. And twisting it to the right. Bring it back through center and to the left. To center, palms forward and fold it down. Spreading those fingers wide and away from you. Dropping that head, maybe rocking side to side. Then walking the hands over to frame the right knee. Inhale, lengthen and fold. Shoulders and neck are relaxed. Up onto the right forearm, left arm reaches up and over, and roll the heart toward the sky. And float it over to the left, onto that left forearm, right arm up, heart toward the sky. And floating it back, pressing those hands together, heart toward the earth. And walk it back through center and to the left. Frame that knee, lengthen, and fold. Onto the left forearm, right arm reaches, pressing that right hip down, really lengthen through the ribs. Float it over to the right, and reach all the way over, and float it back to the left, bringing those hands back together, heart toward the earth. And walk it back to center, again, pressing those fingers away. Lift up onto the fingertips, lengthen, and fold it down. Rocking it side to side. Drag the hands up. Inhale, up. Weave those fingers, press the palms away, and bringing those hands behind the back. Clasp the fingers there, and stretch those shoulders open. That heart open, fingers face the earth, pressing on the way from the back. And release, hands on the knees, sit up tall, hinge forward, and trunk rolls to the right. And reverse. One more time around, and once your heart is at center, rolling it up. Roll the shoulders, and changing the cross of the legs. Inhale, reach it up, palms connect. Weave the fingers and press the palms away. We're going to twist it to the right. Back through center and to the left. Palms forward and fold it down. Slide those fingers away. Drop the head, neck is nice and relaxed. And drag the hands back in. Hands on the knees, sit up tall, and trunk rolls to the left. And to the right. Coming back to center, rolling it up. Roll the shoulders, reach it up. Hands, palms away from you, pressing up to the sky. Pressing that air away, hands behind the back, clasp the fingers, knuckles toward the earth. Roll those shoulders open and lift the hands back away from the small of your back. And release. We're going to come up into tabletop. Bringing the knees a little bit wider than table, and your hands a little bit more forward than table, and we're going to come into hip rolls here. Making circles with that belly button toward the earth. Maybe rolling those shoulders as you go, and reversing those circles. One more time around. Coming back to neutral, open the knees wide, big toes touch, and sink back for wide-legged child's pose. And if your forehead comes to the earth, maybe rolling the forehead. And pressing up into table. Curl the toes, press the hips up into down dog. And walk that dog. Press one heel and pause there. And then press the opposite heel and pause. We're going to come into spine waves here. So lower those heels down. First up onto the toes, bending those toes back, giving them a nice stretch, and lowering the heels. Up onto the toes, lift that tailbone toward the sky.
And lower the heels onto the toes, spine waves. Lift that belly, roll that spine forward. Round around the shoulders and slowly melting down into modified cobra, pressing that heart forward and back into down dog. 2 more times that way, onto the toes. Lift the tailbone, lift the belly, roll the shoulders. Controlled and mindful movements, pressing that heart forward and back into down dog. 1 more time, toes, and lift the belly. Roll that spine forward into modified cobra. And slowly returning back into down dog. Reset your dog. Coming on to the toes, crouch the dog, gaze it forward. Lift it up and lower the heels. Press those shoulders back. Onto the toes, crouch the dog. Lift it up and lower the heels 1 more time. Onto the toes, crouch, and this time hop it up. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Fold it down. Again, half lift. Bring those feet a little bit wider than hips distance and ragdoll here. Shoulders, neck, and head. Hang gently from the spine. Just rocking side to side, maybe shifting your weight towards your toes. And then hands on top of the feet, bend the knees and roll it up. Roll the shoulders, reach it up and back. Open the heart, pausing here. Raise the hands above the head and back to the heart, taking a deep breath. And coming to the top of our space, hands at the heart. Inhale, reach it up. And open that heart. Dive it down, fingertips. And fold, reverse swan, reach it up. And back. Hands to the heart, reach it up. Open that heart, pausing here. And dive it down. Fingertips. And fold, reverse swan. Reach it up and back. And hands to the heart. Reach it up. Open that heart. And dive it down. Fingertips. And fold. Stepping back to plank. And back into down dog. Walk your dog. Still warming up those muscles. And coming to stillness, onto the toes, spine waves. Lift that belly. Roll it forward into modified cobra. And slowly returning back to down dog. Onto the toes, crouch the dog, hop it up. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And again, ragdoll here. Grabbing opposite elbows, swing gently side to side. Opening up those hamstrings and that lower spine. Hands on top of the feet, bend the knees and roll it up. Roll the shoulders. Reach it up and back. And hands to the heart. You should be feeling more warmed up and limber by now. Inhale up. Open that heart. And dive it down. Fingertips. And fold. Right foot steps back for warrior one. Sink it low. Square those hips forward. And open to warrior two. Getting a little bit lower, reversing that warrior. Keep extending. And back to warrior two, side angle. Reaching that right arm up and roll the heart towards the sky. And back to warrior two, windmill the hands down. Frame that front foot and forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And fold, reverse one, reach it up. And back.
And hands to the heart, other side. Inhale up. Open that heart and dive it down. Fingertips. And fold left foot back. Warrior one. And warrior two. Reversing that warrior, nice strong warrior. And back to warrior two, side angle. Reach that left arm up, heart toward the sky. And back to warrior two. Windmill the hands, frame the front foot, step it up, forward fold. Inhale, half. And fold, reverse swan, reach it up and back. Keep inhaling. And hands to the heart, deep breath here. And we're gonna build onto that series. Inhale up, open, and dive. Fingertips, and fold, right foot back, warrior one. Maybe the feet are a little further apart this time. And warrior two. And reversing that warrior, keep extending. Back into warrior two, side angle, reach it up. Roll that heart toward the sky. Left hand inside of that left ankle, straighten that leg for triangle. And keeping the leg straight, lift it up to warrior two, bending that knee. Windmill it down, frame the front foot, step it up, forward fold. Inhale, half. And fold, reverse swan, reach it up. We're gonna keep going. And open that heart, dive it down. Fingertips, and fold, left foot back, warrior one. And warrior two. Reversing that warrior. And back into warrior two, side angle. Reach it up. Roll that heart to the sky. Right hand to the right ankle. Straighten that leg for triangle. And lifting up through those left fingers back into warrior two. Windmill hands down, frame the front foot, and step it up, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And fold, reverse swan, reach it up, keep inhaling all the way back. And hands to the heart. Deep breath here. Maybe a drink. One more breath. Top of our space, building on the sequence. Inhale, open, and dive. Fingertips, and fold, right foot back, warrior one. And warrior two. Reverse that warrior. Keep extending. And back to warrior two. Side angle. Reach that arm up. Let's extend that overhead. Adding that left arm. Clasp the hands together. And then square the hips and shoulders forward. Lightning warrior. Left hand to that ankle, straighten that leg, open that right arm, triangle. And windmill it down, frame that front foot, and step it up, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And full reverse, reach it up and back, open that heart, dive it down. Fingertips, and fold, left foot back, warrior one. And warrior two. Reversing that warrior. And back to warrior two. Side angle. Reach that arm up. Roll the heart up. And overhead. Let's reach that right arm out. Clasp the hands together. And come into lightning warrior. Squaring the hips and shoulders forward. Beautiful. Right hand to the right ankle. Opening that left arm up. Straighten that right leg for triangle.
Windmill the hands down and step it up, forward fold. Inhale, half lift and fold, reverse one, reach it up and back and hands to the heart, taking a breath here and sighing it out. You should really be feeling warm by now. Another breath. Inhale, reach it up and open that heart. Dive it down. Fingertips and fold, stepping back to plank and go through a flow. Coming up into cobra, pausing here. We're going to come down onto our bellies for baby cobra and lower down onto one cheek or the other, hands underneath the face. We're going to come up into locust. So pointing the toes away, we're going to balance on our big toes, reaching those hands forward. Swim them back to our hips, lifting that heart. Drawing the shoulder blades together, reaching toward those feet. And lower down, opposite cheek. Coming back to center, reach it forward. Swim it back, lifting those shoulders, that heart. And lower down, opposite cheek. Strengthening that lower back and that core. Reach the hands forward, swim them back. Reaching toward those feet, lifting those feet up, and maybe the big toes touch. Reach a little bit further and lower down, opposite cheek. And one more time, back to center, reach it forward. Swim it back, really lift that heart, reaching toward the feet and touching those toes, feeling that squeeze. Lift a little bit more and lower it down. Deep breath here. Hands back up underneath the shoulders. Lifting up for baby cobra. And we're going to float that cobra, so bring your hands and hover underneath those shoulders. Straighten those legs, really lengthen that spine. Press the palms and raise up into cobra. And then modify cobra. Curl the toes and press back into down dog. Up onto the toes, press that tailbone toward the sky. And lower the heels onto the toes. And lower the heels, right foot up. Really extend through both legs and make ankle circles here. And reversing those circles, pressing into those palms. Fire hydrant, open up that hip. Side body. Extend it back to three-legged and step through for warrior one. And warrior two. And reversing that warrior. And back to warrior two, back hand meets the front. Shift your weight into your right leg. We're coming into warrior three. Hands to the heart, back foot meets the front. And top of our space. Deep breath. Reach it up. And open. And dive it down. Fingertips. And fold, stepping back to plank. And go through a flow. Meeting back in down dog. Pressing the shoulders back up onto those toes. And lower the heels again onto the toes. Lift that tailbone, lift the belly. And lower those heels. Raise that left foot up to the sky. Lengthen both legs. And ankle circles here. And reversing those circles. Fire hydrant. Opening that side body. Keep extending. And raising that foot up three-legged. And step it through warrior one on the left. And warrior two. Reversing that warrior. Back to warrior two. We're going to come into warrior three. Back hand meets the front. And bring up that back heel. Step it up. And switch your weight into your left leg. And reach it all out. Warrior three. Strong warrior. Hands to the heart. Float that back foot up to the front. And let it go. Shake it all out. Deep breath here. Another deep breath. And sigh. Inhale, reach it up. Open that heart. And dive it down. Fingertips. And fold. Hop it back to plank. And go through your flow. And meeting back. In down dog. Walking your dog. Taking time to make your adjustments. And coming to stillness. Crossing the right foot behind the left. Bend the knees and come into side plank. So reach those hips up. Nice and strong. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Roll it down to plank. And back to down dog. Right foot up to the sky. And right knee to right elbow. Press it back. 2 more. Moving slowly and mindfully. And last one. Beautiful. Point those toes. And right knee to left elbow. And thread it through for fallen triangle. And holding here for 3, 2, 1. Roll it back to three-legged. Point those toes and step it through for warrior 2. And coming into half moon on the right. Left hand on the hip. Tap your weight into your right leg. Right hand reaches for that block. And coming onto the knuckles or fingertips. Lifting that left leg up. Flex that foot. And then raise that arm. One more breath here. Top hand to heart center. And hovering. Bottom hand to heart center and floating up to the top. And shake it out. Good job, deep breath. Sigh it out. Another deep breath. And sigh. We need to switch our block to the left. Back to the top of our space. Inhale, reach it up. And open that heart. And dive it down. Fingertips. And fold. Hop it back to plank. And go through your flow. And meeting back in down dog. Walk that dog. Taking time to make any adjustments. And crossing that left foot behind the right. Bend the knees. And coming into side plank on the left. Really piking those hips up and holding for 3, 2, 1. Rolling it down to plank. And back to down dog. Left foot up. And knee to left elbow. Press it back. 2 more. And press it back. 1 more. And press it back. Point those toes, really stretch. And left knee to right elbow, thread it through, fallen triangle. And holding here for 3, 2, 1, rolling it back to three-legged. Point those toes and step it through for warrior 2. Adjusting that back foot. And we're coming into half moon on this side. So right hand to the hip. Shift your weight into your left foot. I need to adjust my block. And left hand finds that block. Coming on to the knuckles, or the fingertips, or the palm, wherever you are today. Really flexing that right foot, raising that right arm up. Nice, strong half moon. One more breath here. Top hand to heart center. Hovering, maybe coming onto the fingertips. The knuckles, lifting up. Bottom hand to heart center and floating it carefully to the top. And shake it out. Good job. Taking a breath break here, or a drink break. Maybe adjusting your space like I need to. One more breath. Top of our space. Inhale, reach it up. Open that heart and dive it down. Fingertips. And fold, sitting back in our chair. So reaching the bum back, lifting the belly and tucking the tailbone forward. Plug those shoulders in and really squeezing those glutes. Lift the right knee up and step it back to warrior 1. Making your adjustments. And warrior 2. Reversing that warrior. Keep extending, and we're going to revolve this reverse warrior. So, squaring the shoulders forward, reaching the right arm up, and then the left hand to the inside of that right thigh, and really extending up through that right arm. Gaze is to the sky. And back to reverse. Back to warrior 2. And side angle, or reach it up. And bringing that left hand inside of that left foot. Extended side angle, sinking that hip a little bit lower. Right hand to the earth. And twisting open to the left. Frame the front foot, back heel up. And step it up, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And fold, sinking back into our chair again, other side. So really bring those knees back, hips back, lift the belly, tuck the tailbone, plug those shoulders in, and reach that heart forward. Squeezing those glutes. Left knee up and stepping it back, warrior 1. And warrior 2. Reversing that warrior. Keep extending. And then we're going to revolve that reverse warrior. So left arm up. Square the shoulders forward and reach the right hand inside that left thigh. And really extend through those left fingers. Gaze is up and back to reverse warrior. And warrior 2, very nice. Side angle, reach it up on the left, roll that heart up to the sky. And then bringing that right hand inside of the right foot for extended side angle, sinking the hip low. Left hand down and revolve it to the right. Frame the front foot, tap the back foot up, and forward fold. Inhale, half lift, and fold. Reverse 1. Reach it up, and back, and hands to the heart. Just tap it out. Reconnecting with that breath. it into a little cardio. Top of our space. One more deep breath. Sigh it out. Let's do one more. And sigh it out. Reach it up. And open. And dive down. Fingertips. And fold. Hopping back to down dog. And setting your dog. And here we're going to do down dog hops. And I will demo. And come up onto our toes, bend the knees. We keep our knees bent in anything like this to support those joints. So bend the knees into crouching dog. We're going to hop it wide, bent knees. Hop it in, bent knees. Hop it up, hop it back. That is one rotation. We're going to go for 5. And here we go. Onto the toes, crouch, hop it wide. Hop it in, hop it up, and back. That's 1. Hop it wide, and in, up, and back is 2. Keep going. I'm gonna stop counting. And one more. And feel that burn. Walk your dog. Whew. And press those heels down and shoulders back. Onto the toes. Lifting the tailbone toward the sky. And lower the heels, right foot up. Lengthen. And fire hydrant. And let's flip that dog, bending the left knee. Flipping it over and reaching it out. And 6 crunches here. Two more. You got it. It's the last one. Reach it out and flip it back. 3-legged on the right. And lowering that heel. Walk the dog. Onto the toes. Coming into another spinal wave. Lift the tailbone. Lift the belly. Roll the shoulders. And slowly melt into modified cobra. And slowly lift back to down dog. I'm going to do that one more time. Onto the toes. Lift the belly. And modified cobra. Slow and controlled. Press that heart forward. And lift it back. Beautiful. And walk your dog. We're going to go for 5 more down dog hops. And we're done with our cardio. And here we go. Crouch the dog, hop it wide. In and up and back. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. Last 1. And 5. And walk that dog. Woohoo! Onto the toes. Really stretching those toes back. And lower the heels. And just catch your breath here. Reconnect with your breath. Raise that left foot up to the sky. And fire hydrant. And flip that dog, reach it out. And 6 crunches. 2 more. Last one. You got it. And lower that down. Bring your knees down nice and wide. Big toes touch. And press back into a child's pose. If your forehead connects with the earth, you can roll it back and forth. So maybe extending those arms a little bit longer. Pressing into your fingertips to press your palm back a little bit further. And just breathing here. One more breath. Pressing back up into tabletop. And into down dog, curling those toes. And walk that dog. And on the left foot, raising that right foot up. Really extending. And then we're going to swing our right foot to our left wrist and dropping the right knee to the right wrist and sinking that left foot back for pigeon. Breathing here. And really squaring those hips. You can rock side to side if you'd like to level the hips. Walk the hands back to the hips. Draw the shoulder blades together. Little back bend here. And then walk the hands forward. Clear that shin and fold it down. And you do you, just your version of pigeon as long as your hips are squared. If you want to have your hands underneath your face, you can come up onto your forearms, onto a block, or walk it out. Even bring your arms, I'm stuck to my notes. Even bring your arms down beside your hips, whatever your pigeon looks like. Just breathing. Two more breaths here. And then we're going to come into a twist. So walking it back up. Left forearm in front of the shin. Reaching that right arm up. And reach back to that left ankle. And bind here. So roll the heart open and press the heel toward the bum. And just breathing into this. One more breath. And release. Curling the back toes, pressing into the palms, lifting back up into three-legged on the right. And lower that foot. Walk your dog. Left foot up. Three-legged, and we're swinging that foot to the right wrist, dropping the knee to the left wrist, and sliding that right foot back. Pigeon on this side. Adjust that front leg. Walk the hands back to your hips. Little back bend. And walk it forward, clearing that shin. And just doing your version of pigeon. Making sure to square those hips. And just let it all go. Breathing here. Breathing into that left hip, meaning bringing your awareness there. And letting the tension go. Two more breaths. And pressing up onto the palms. And crossing your right forearm in front of your left shin. Raising that left arm up and reaching, extending. And then reaching back to that right ankle. And once you have the foot, roll that heart open toward the sky. And press the heel into the bottom. And let it go. Shoulders are relaxed. We're as relaxed as possible in this twist. And breathing. Two more breaths. Curling the back toes. Pressing the front palms because you have back palms. And lifting up into three-legged on the left. Really extending that leg. And coming into down dog. Walk that dog. And then coming up onto your toes, and just walk your dog up to the top of your space, as far as you can on your toes, lower the heels, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, really lengthen that spine and fold it down. Another time, lift, lengthen, and fold. Wrap the arms around the back of your legs, fingers facing the heels. Maybe bending the knees and drawing yourself in tight. Shift your weight towards your toes, and then slowly straighten your legs. And pull yourself in a little tighter. And just breathing here. So we're really breathing into the top half of our lungs. And release. Hands press into the earth, cross the ankles, and come down into a seat. And we're just going to roll it back onto our space, lowering it all the way down and letting go. Deep breath and sigh it out. Another deep breath and sigh it out, coming into bridge. Or you can push up into wheel if you have a wheel in your practice today. I'm going to do bridge. So the heels are up by your bum for both. And for bridge, inhaling, bringing those hips up, pressing down into the feet, and squeezing that bum. And lowering down with an exhale. 3 more, up onto those feet, pressing, 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 rolling back onto the tops of the shoulders. And lowering it down. Slowly, 2 more. And lowering down, last one. This time at the top, coming up onto those toes. And lowering down, bringing the knees into the belly. Big hug here, rocking it side to side. And if you have an inversion of your choice, you can come into that now. I'm going to offer waterfall. You can do a forearm balance, headstand, handstand, any inversion of your choice. For waterfall, lift your heels up. Toes point toward the face. And you want to have your heels over your hips, so you don't want to have them at a more than 90-degree angle. So just check in with your space, your alignment. At this point, those toes away. And flex the foot. And point. And flex, ankle circles. And reverse those circles. Curl the toes. Spread the toes wide. One more time, curl them in. And spread them wide, bringing those feet wide, reaching for the arches for happy baby. Ankles are directly over the knees, shoulders are down. And once you're ready, you can start rocking side to side if you like, just like happy babies do. And breathing here, we're massaging that lower back. And we're going to release that left foot and hug that right shin across our heart. So planting the heel into the left elbow and hugging it in tight. Shoulders down. And if you'd like to get a little deeper, you can straighten that left leg. That'll hit the front of the hip flexor and really hugging that right shin in, but shoulders are down. Back of the neck is nice. So you don't want to have any compression with the chin down or too high to the sky. Nice neutral neck. One more breath here. And release. Let's bring, keeping that right knee tented, bringing that left shin across the heart, into the elbow with that heel and hug it into the heart. And to go deeper, I'm going to straighten that right leg.
And deep hug here. Breathing into that left hip. Two more breaths. And we're going to release that airplane the arms out, bringing the knees into the belly. Let's drop the knees over to that right elbow and gaze to the left. Releasing that lower spine with a spinal twist, bringing the right hand on top of that left thigh. And then breathing into that side body, just letting those muscles go. Release and relax. One more breath. Press the palms, bring it back through center, over to the left. And gaze to the right, left hand on top of that right thigh. And let it all go. Breathing in and out. And letting that tension just release from your body. One more breath here. And bringing it back to center, pressing those palms, hugging those knees in, drawing your chin up to your knees. And release, hands on top of the knees. And circles here toward the ceiling. Massaging that lower back and the tops of the hips. And reversing those circles. One more time, and then dropping the feet at the base of the spine, heel toe the feet wide as your mat, and then dropping the knees in toward each other. Releasing those hips a little bit further. Then bring the knees back up, and we're going to windshield wiper, so press the right knee into center, left knee out to the left. And then windshield wiper them over, left knee to the center, right knee to the outside. And just keep pressing one knee to the center as you come in. A few more times each side. One more time each side. And pressing that left knee in, bringing it back up to center. Heel toe the feet back together. Soles touch, letting those knees drop out to the side. Pressing that small of the back into the earth and reaching the arms up overhead. And grasping opposite elbows and just breathing here. This is a full surrender pose. Reclining bound angle. Breathing in. And breathing out. Starting to prepare for Savasana. Taking a deep breath in. And sigh it all out. Another deep breath. And let it go. Just start to relax the muscles in your face. The muscles in your hips and your lower back, the muscles in your abdomen, muscles in your neck and your jaw. You can rock your head gently side to side if you like. A few more breaths here. Let's bring those knees back together up to the belly. Another big hug. Rocking it side to side. And then lengthen those legs straight on the mat, pointing the toes away, reaching the arms up overhead, stretching north to south. Back to center. And then releasing your hands down by your hips. Pressing the palms to feel grounded or palms up in a receptive manner. Slowly rocking your head side to side. Bringing the feet wide, letting the toes flop out to the side, wiggling into your space, closing the eyes.
Taking a deep breath in and sighing it all out. Again, a deep breath. And let it go. Feeling the earth supporting you, cradling you. Feeling the warmth of the earth under your body. Your limbs and your trunk are heavy, but your spirit is light. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Just letting go. Now's the time just to breathe and be. Thank you for joining me on the mat today. The divine light that lives in me sees, honors, and bows to that same light in you. Namaste.